Good Thursday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this January 30th. We're almost done with the first month of the new year. Can you believe it? Wow. Already February. And looks like it's going to be eventful. Lots of chatter, lots of talk about what's coming next week. All you have to do is get on social media or read a blog, and you'll see all kinds of stuff going on. It's at a fever pitch. Oh, my. Oh, my. And here it is, 6 days out, and I don't know. Sometimes it's just a lot of noise, I feel for you, that's the consumer, the viewer, the audience, the listener, that you'll hear from various sources, and you'll think, well, this weather person says this, and another weather person's posted that map, and then this person over here is saying we're going to get this much snow, and another person said no, it's going to come an ice storm, and another person says no, it's just mostly rain with a little snow mix, and it's not going to be a big deal. So you, as the consumer, you just don't know what to believe. But here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. And I will tell you, to be honest with you, I'm getting tired of the noise myself, and I'm getting tired of contributing to the noise. I will be one of the first to admit that I've helped contribute to the noise that's on social media. All the maps and the graphics and all, and you may say, "Well, wait a minute, Chris. No, you're fine. You explain what you're trying." But look, it's overwhelming. To me, it scares me to think that there's so much information out there that people are going to become too reliant on that. And then it's already caused mass confusion. I mean, look what happened in Atlanta. Here we have the National Weather Service days ahead of time saying something was coming. And then you have officials like a mayor or a governor getting out there, throwing the National Weather Service under the bus, pretty much, for, oh, we didn't see this coming. And then the networks, as they always do with these big storms, it came out of nowhere. It hit by surprise. And I'm like, really? Good God, are you that stupid? And the only reason they do it is to hype up coverage. And I'm thinking, God, help me. Please not be part of that noise. And that's all it is. It's a bunch of hype. It's a bunch of noise. And as I told you before, anybody that posts a blog or a social media map or graphic 6, 7, 8 days out or longer and says, hey, look what's coming now, this could be a big deal, and then start grandstanding. Look at me. I want to be the first to say this big thing is coming, and then I want to be right. You know what? God, nobody is right about this stuff. It's the weather. We're never going to be 100% right. And these officials in Atlanta and Georgia and other places that are wanting to blame the weather service or blame weather people, my God, have you never taken just a simple weather class in school when you were in school? Did you never study weather in science class, for crying out loud? Good Lord, we have become such an instant society, push-button society, that we think we have the power now to make the weather do what we want it to, and then when it doesn't turn out the way we want it to, we blame the weather people. That's just stupid. I mean, here is, the one thing I love about the weather, it's still one thing that no man can control. You can't change it. I don't care. We have created technology and devices to change anything we want. We have an app for that, we always say now. That's the catchphrase. You want something done? Well, there's an app for that. And yes, there are weather apps, but you still cannot control the weather or climate or nature. I don't care what you say. It can't be done. So this is where we've got to simplify, cut through the noise, and just get people in the mode of preparation. See, here's the thing. If those folks in Atlanta, those officials, had been better prepared, instead of going, well, we blame the weather service because we didn't know it was going to do. You should have looked at the forecast, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Governor, and looked at that and goes, you know what? This is odd weather for the winter. We're not used to this down here. Are we prepared? That's all they had to do, and they didn't do it. So now, well, let's just lay blame on somebody. Oh yeah, the weather service. Let's go there. It's idiotic. It really is. It's just, but we've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen with hurricanes and everything else. We get these officials who want to lay blame somewhere because they don't want to look bad. It's election time. So, folks, cut through the noise, and God help me. I pray every day. I really do. On my way to work every single morning, I pray out loud in my car that God will help me do my job to the best of my ability and convey the message in a simple and understanding way. Because I'm not a deep meteorologist. I'm not a meteorologist at all. And some people have an issue with that. Some people want to bring up past issues with me and try to discount what I have to say. Well, fine. What kind of deep issues do you have, dude? Is everything perfect with your life, mister? I mean, and it's like they try to discount me because of that. But you know what? I know that comes with the job. But I pray every day, God, help me to do my job to the best of my ability. And help me to convey to the public how serious the weather can be if you're not prepared. If you're not prepared for anything, then you're going to fail. That's just plain and simple. But if you're prepared, you're never surprised at what's coming. The what ifs, the what fors, that's what those people, the officials in Georgia should have been looking at. You know what they should have said? This forecast I don't trust it. The weather people are saying they could do this. It could go south. It could go north. Let's prepare just in case. Let's make sure we've got our ducks in a row. And that's all they had to do. But no, traffic tie-ups, fatalities, all kinds of school buses out there with kids on them, kids in schools overnight, and they're, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Be prepared. And people make fun of that, know the weather before it knows you, but I'm telling you, we're going to keep preaching it until I'm not here anymore. Because that's the bottom line. If you think about it, preparation, being prepared, knowing the situation, and being aware and being prepared, that's the bottom line. So that anything that comes your way, you're not surprised. We have a society that's built on surprise and victimization and, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Now we got to lay blame somewhere. No, no, I'm not going to be a part of that. Will not be a part of that. So I hope you understand me. Thank you for allowing me to get that off my chest. I had to just tell it to somebody. You're my podcast audience, and you guys, I hope most of you understand. All right. I've eaten up my time here, so let's move on. 26 was our high yesterday, 46 where we should be. So that's 20 degrees below average. 2 was our low temperature yesterday morning. 27 where we should be. That's a 25-degree difference. A year ago, this feels good. Do you remember this? End of January? We had a high of 70 degrees and a low of 56 back in 2013. Wow. Mostly sunny, breezy, warmer today. By the way, there's a red flag warning in effect for our western counties. You've got low moisture, low dew points, gusty winds, some dry ground. It's pretty dry. In fact, we're running below average on rainfall here for the month by, looks like about an inch and a half or 2. So red flag warnings up. Do not burn anything outdoors at all. It's going to be breezy, warmer, 39, maybe 40 today. Winds southwest, 14, 15, up to 20, maybe higher. Mostly cloudy, not as cold tonight. Overnight low 29. And we're starting out almost in the single digits again this morning, by the way, in the teens. But it'll warm up quickly today. Now, as we get into tomorrow, here comes a system that's going to come in, stall out for part of the weekend. We're going to see a mostly cloudy day, warmer, 46, with a chance of rain showers scattered about, light stuff, tomorrow afternoon, Friday afternoon. Last day of January, by the way. Better chance of rain, though, Friday night and through the day Saturday, but it will be warm enough to stay rain. Good chance of rain on Saturday, 56. Wow, that's nice. But then here comes cold air once again. Saturday night, we are looking for maybe some of that rain mixing with or ending as a little bit of light snow or sleet mixing in. A low of 31. Sunday, we'll wake up to some flurries, but then it should warm up to 41. A little bit of a cool down, but not a big cool down. Monday, mostly sunny, 41. And then all the talk and chatter and noise that I was talking about that's on social media right now concerning the potential winter storm for next week. Now, when we say that, it looks like it could be a rain-snow event. Some will get rain, some will get snow. Now, some of the bloggers and some of the TV weather people that are up in northern Kentucky and Louisville, Lexington, some people are reading that and saying, hey, Chris Allen, why aren't you talking about the big snow that's coming next week? Well, that may be true for northern Kentucky, but as you know, we're always on the line down here. That doesn't mean it's going to happen in southern Kentucky. That's where we are. That's why I'm saying don't buy into the noise. Goodness gracious, just chill. Okay? Down here, it could be a whole different story. I have told you that we're looking at some signal of a storm coming next week. Now, that doesn't always necessarily mean a big snow. It could, but it more likely does not mean that. It could even mean maybe some icing. Who knows? I'm not saying ice storm. It's too soon to say that. So just hang in there. We will let you know what we think our best guess, and that's what it is, a guess as to what the forecast models and guidance is trying to paint a picture here of what, could happen. Never a guarantee. We don't make guarantees, except for one. We guarantee there will be weather. Okay? So just hang on in there, cut through the noise, cut through the hype, and pay attention, know the weather before it knows you. God bless you. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky and streaming live to WBKO.com.